One night in 2016, Springfield police officer Dean Fay noticed an abandoned auto repair shop on the corner of Belmont Avenue in Springfield. Seeing the building sparked an idea for renovating it into a boxing gym for city youth. Now, Central City Boxing and Barbell is open, and it has a roster of over 30 young people and 5 coaches. Producer Alejandro brings us this story.
The gym was really a thought process in 2012. What happened was I'm a police officer in the city, and I was dealing with a lot of at-risk youth. So I was assigned to the street crimes unit. And dealing with a lot of these kids, I recognized the fact that there wasn't a lot of structured programs out there tailoring to the youth of the city. Growing up in Holyoke, the Golden Gloves was a staple for a lot of years. Unfortunately, in 2003, Nick Cosmos passed away. The Golden Gloves had left, and along with the Golden Gloves, the boxing programs that kept the youth off the street and taught the values they're going to need were gone. About 2 years ago, this was my patrol area right here on Belmont Ave. This is one of the toughest areas of the city right here. And I answered a call for service right on the corner for a couple kids hanging around. And I just happened to look through the window and I noticed that the basement was vacant. So I came home that night and I told my wife, I've been married 24 years, and I told her, I said, you know, we got the big house, we got a beautiful boat, I got a beautiful Harley Davidson motorcycle. I don't need all that garbage. And we pretty much sold everything, emptied our bank account, and sunk it in this place. And you know, we put about $60,000 of our own money into this place to make it right. We opened up in March of 2017, but I know that at the end of the day, I can put my head on a pillow and know that I'm doing something well. I mean, we got a good group of kids here. Every kid here has got their own story. They've all come from different backgrounds. I got into it unconventionally. I had a good friend of mine, Josh Moran, who was a boxer, and his father was a coach, Rocky Snow. Most people know Rocky Snow. I mean, Rocky fought in the Golden Gloves. He was a professional boxer. He coached the boxing program at the Holyoke Boys Club for a lot of years. But I was an aggressive kid growing up, and I liked to throw the hands, and I thought I knew what I could do, and I got in a fight one day, a street fight, and Rocky said, "You think you're a tough guy? Come down to the gym. We'll see how tough you are." And he took me down there, and I got wore out. I mean, he put me in a ring with a kid who just absolutely wore me out. And I was like, wow, I need to learn what he knows. You know, and that's really how I got into it. And, you know, Rocky was just a mentor for me growing up. I mean, he was like a father to me. One thing I preach to these kids is that they're going to pay their dues at some point in their life, whether they choose to pay them when they're young or they pay them when they're older. They're going to pay their dues. And if they choose to pay their dues now and buckle down and do what needs to be done, you know, buckle down, get your schoolwork done, and train hard and do everything you need to do now. Later on in life, they're going to reap the benefits. They're going to have that nice house and that nice car. And when their children say they want to go to Disney, they're going to have the ability to bring them to Disney. And that's the first thing I tell the kids when I come in this gym. If you don't want to box and you don't want to better yourself, this is not the place for you. I can coach boxing. I can teach fundamentals. I can't teach will and desire. I can't teach that. Either you have it or you don't. Whether it's will or desire to do something other than boxing, that's fine. We can channel that in the right direction. I mean, not every kid's going to be a boxer. Our main focus here is not to build champion boxers. I mean, if we get a champion boxer, great. I'm not going to deny that fact. But I'm more concerned with kids being champion human beings in life. I would much rather a kid, you know, making the honor roll than winning a Golden Gloves. We have a cast of characters here, and everybody's got their own personality. And if you look at the lockers, every kid's given a nickname. He doesn't make up his nickname, we make up his nickname. So usually it only takes about a week before we get a nickname for the kid. And you know, you can only imagine the nicknames that we have for kids that come in here. I tell them straight out, boxing is a sport that's 60% mental. You know, not only is it physically demanding, it's mentally and emotionally demanding, and you have to know in your head that you can push through this. You know, if for 1 second you think that you're not going to win this fight, you already lost. Don't even get in the ring. You're wasting your time. It's the same thing in life. You have to have the attitude, like no matter what happens, you're going to push through it, and you're going to make things happen. To step through them ropes and confront your fears, that's a huge step. And how you confront them fears is how you confront life. You know, are you going to go right at it or are you going to run from it?